We are now at stage 4, paragraph page 264.
Mm-hmm.
264. Okay, and our last headword was speaker, newer type of lesson. Okay, so
Uh-huh.
let's start with our revision. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, let me check. I have to go down, scroll down. Okay, here we go. First question.
Okay.
What's the difference between the noun practice and the verb practice? What's the difference between the noun practice and the verb practice? The difference between the noun
Between now
practice and the verb practice
about
is that we
this
spell the noun with a C
now with the
and we
C
spell the verb with an
or
S.
ness.
Very good. What's a polite way of communicating that you want something? What's a polite way of communicating that you want something? A polite way of
Right
communicating
way
that
of
you want
communicating
something is to
you
say,
want
I would like.
is to say I would like.
Very good. Give me an example. Give me an example, please. I would like a cup of
I would
tea.
like for
I
tea.
would like to watch that TV
I would
program.
watch TV program.
Very good. What can we say when we offer something to somebody? What can we say when we offer something to somebody? When we offer something
We
to
want
somebody,
something to
we can say,
somebody.
would you like?
Yes. Would you like?
Give me an example. Give me an example, please. Would you like a cup of
Like
tea?
a cup of tea?
Would you like to go to the
Would
cinema?
you like to go to the cinema?
Very good. Can we learn a lot by visiting different countries? Can we learn a lot by visiting different countries? Yes, we can
Yes,
learn a
we
lot
can
by
learn a lot
visiting
by
different
visiting
countries.
different countries.
Very good. Did you visit any new places last month? Did you visit any new places last month? Yes or no?
No, I
I did
didn't visit any
any
new
new
places
places
last
last month.
month.
Very good. Would you like to visit Australia in the future? Would you like to visit Australia in the future? Yes or no?
Yes, I'd
I
like to visit
visit
Australia in
in
the
the
future.
future. Very good. Okay. What's the difference between use and use? What's the difference between use and use? The difference between
And
use
use
and
and
use
use.
is that we
That we
use
use
is the verb,
is the verb.
whereas use is the noun.
As use is a noun.
Very good. What's the use of a pen? What's the use of a pen? The use of a
The
pen is
is
for
a
writing.
right.
Very good. What's the use in studying languages? What's the use in studying languages? The use
The use
in studying
studying
languages
language
is to
for
make it
communicate.
possible for
Make it
us to
possible
speak to people,
for us to see
to speak to
for what?
people
For us to speak people
from other countries.
from other
Very
countries.
good. One more. The use in studying
The use
languages
in studying
is to make it
languages
possible
to
for us to
make
speak
it
to
possible
people
for us to speak people
from other
from
countries.
other countries.
Very good. I have to make you repeat because it's raining very hard here. I can't barely hear you. Okay, now I can.
Okay.
Okay, next. Give me an example of the word therefore. Give me an example of the word therefore, please. I want to learn English
Want
well.
to learn English
Therefore, I
well.
must study.
I want to study.
Very good. Can you hear the sound of my pen on the table? Can you hear the sound of my pen on the table? Yes, I
Yes,
can
I
hear
can
the
hear
sound of
the
your
sound
pen on the
of
table.
your pen on the table.
Right? Can you hear the sound of traffic at the moment? Can you hear the sound of traffic at the moment? Yes or no?
No, I can't hear the
The
sound
sound
of
of
traffic
traffic
at
at the
the
moment.
moment.
Very good. Do you think the English language sounds pleasant? Do you think the English language sounds pleasant? Yes or no?
Yes,
I
I
think
think
the
the
English
English
language sounds
sound.
pleasant. Very good.
Yes, I think the English language sounds present.
Very good. Do I sound angry at the moment? Do I sound angry at the moment? No, you
No,
don't
you don't
sound
sound
angry at the
angry
moment.
at the moment.
Very good. Is your house completely silent at night or can you hear street noise? Is your house completely silent at night or can you hear street noise? My house is
My
completely
house
silent
is
at night.
completely silent at night.
Very good. What's the difference between and an? What's the difference between and an? The difference
The
between
difference
and
are
an is that we use
that we use
before a
are
consonant sound,
consonant
whereas we
sound,
use
where
an
we
before
use
a vowel sound.
vowel sound.
Greg, give me an example of each. Give me an example of each, please. A book, an
A
apple.
book, an apple.
Give me an example of the. Give me an example of the. The chair is red.
Here is red.
Give me an
The
example of.
apple. Oh,
Give me example
the
of
apple.
the apple is red. Very good. Okay. Why do we say the used and not the used? Why do we say the used and not the used? We say the used
We
and
say
not the
use.
used
Use.
because the word use starts with a
Use.
consonant sound.
And sounds.
Very good. Is it right to say a hour or an hour? Is it right to say a hour or an hour? It's right to say an
Try to
hour.
say an hour.
Why? Why? Because the letter H
Because
in the
the
word
letter A in
hour is
the
silent.
word hour is silent.
Very good. Did you fail to answer the last question? Did you fail to answer the last question? Yes or no?
No, I
I
didn't fail.
to
Answer the
answer the
last
last question.
question.
I succeeded in answering
I succeeded in
the
answering
last question.
the last question.
Very good. If you try hard, do you think you'll succeed in learning English well? If you try hard, do you think you'll succeed in learning English well? Yes.
Yes,
If I
yeah,
try
I
hard,
tried
I think
hard.
I'll
I think
succeed in
I will
learning
succeed
English
in
well.
learning English well.
What's the opposite of to fail an exam? What's the opposite of to fail an exam? The
The
opposite of to
opposite
fail
of
an exam
well
is to
is a
pass
path.
an exam. Very good. Do you think you'll pass the stage exam at the end of this book? Do you think you'll pass the stage exam at the end of this book? Yes, I think I'll
Yes, I
pass
think I'll
the
put
stage
the stage
exam at the
exam
end
or
of this
the,
book.
at the end of this book.
Right? If you fail an examination, do you always take it again? If you fail an examination, do you always take it again? Yes or no?
Yes,
If
if I fail the examination,
I
I always
always,
do it again.
very good. Do people generally succeed in getting what they want if they try hard enough? Do people generally succeed in getting what they want if they try hard enough? Yes,
Yes,
people generally
people
succeed in
generally
getting what they
succeed
want
in getting what they
if they
want.
try
They try hard.
enough, hard enough. Very good.
Sorry, in
More, one more. Yes, people generally
yes,
succeed in
generally
getting what
succeed
they want
in getting what
if
they
they
want.
try hard
If
enough.
they try hard enough. Oh, enough.
Hard enough, that's correct. Okay, next. What can we say instead of I must study? What can we say instead of I must study? Instead of
We
I must
can say,
study,
oh, instead of I must study,
we can
we can
say
say
I have to study.
study.
Very good. Did you have to eat if you want to live? Do you have to eat if you want to live? Yes, I have to
Yes, I
eat
have
if
to
I want to
eat,
live.
leave.
Did you have to get up early yesterday morning? Did you have to get up early yesterday morning? Yes or no?
No, I had
I
not. Oh,
didn't have
no, I didn't have to
get
wake
up
very
early
early
yesterday morning.
in the morning.
Very good. One more. No, I didn't have
I
to get
didn't
up
have to
early
get up
yesterday morning.
early today morning.
Very good. Will you have to wait if you arrive too early for the next lesson? Will you have to wait if you arrive too early for the next lesson? Yes, I'll have to wait
Yes,
if I
I have to
arrive
wait
too
the
early
lunch
for the next
early
lesson.
for the next lesson.
Very good. Which is it right to say? You mustn't smoke in this building or you don't have to smoke in this building? Which is it right to say? You mustn't smoke in this building or you don't have to smoke in this building? It's right to
It's
say
right to
you
say,
mustn't smoke
oh, you mustn't smoke
in this
in this
building.
building.
Very good. Which is it right to say? I mustn't get up early on Saturday or I don't have to get up early on Saturday? Which is it right to
It,
say? I mustn't get up early on Saturday or I don't have to get up early on Saturday? It's right to
it's
say,
right to
I
say
don't
that
have
I
to
don't
get up
wake
early
up,
on
get up
Saturday.
early.
Very good.
I don't have to get up early Saturday, on
Yeah,
Saturday,
on
Saturday,
Saturday. Very good.
on Saturday.
Must you study if you want to learn English? Must you study if you want to learn English? Yes, I must
Yes,
study
I
if
must
I want to
study
learn English.
English.
Must you study 10 hours a day if you want to learn English? Very long. Must you study 10 hours a day if you want to learn English? No, I don't
No,
have to study 10 hours a day if I
if
want
I
to
want
learn English.
to.
Very good. Okay. How do we sometimes form a noun from a verb? How do we sometimes form a noun from a verb? We sometimes
We
form a noun
sometimes
from a verb by adding the
about
letters er
the
to
letter
the verb.
er to the verb.
Give me some examples. Give me some examples, please. Eat, eater.
Uh, eat, eater,
Walk, walker.
walk, walker,
Speak, speaker.
speaker.
Very good. Are you a hard worker? Are you a hard worker? Yes or no?
No, I not
I'm.
a hard worker.
No, I don't believe you. Are you a complete beginner in English? Are you a complete beginner in English? No, I'm not a
No, I'm
complete
not
beginner in English. I began
began
how many like
English.
years
I don't
ago.
know, years ago.
Very good. Are you a heavy sleeper? Are you a heavy sleeper? Yes or no?
No, I'm not a heavy small
Sleeper.
sleeper.
I'm a light sleeper.
I'm a
Really?
light sleeper.
You wake up very quickly?
No, to the face, I'm a heavy sleeper. I
In certain
wish I
days.
could sleep more.
Yeah, in certain days we're heavy, Winston we're light. Okay.
Yeah.
Next, who's your favorite writer? Who's your favorite writer? My favorite writer
My
is
favorite author is Stephen King.
Stephen King. So you like horrors.
Yeah,
Very
I
good.
like.
Very good. Okay. So that's the end of our revision. Let's have new work. Yeah, let me double check. Oh, that's correct.
Mhm.
Okay. So let's have new work. Okay, repeat. Hope.
Cool.
Well, hope.
Oh, hope.
Very good. Okay, listen. Hope. The word hope can be used as a verb and a noun. Hope as a verb means, for example, I'll take an exam tomorrow. I hope I'll pass the exam. So that's a verb. Hope as a noun means, for example, I think it's important to be positive about life and full of hope for the future. Okay, let's practice. Do you hope you live a very long time? Do you hope you live a very long time? Yes or no?
Yes, I
Ah,
hope live a very long time.
very good. Do you think it's important to be positive about life and full of hope for the future? Do you think it's important to be positive about life and full of hope for the future? Yes, I think
Yes,
it's
I think it's
important to be
important
positive
to
about
be
life
positive about
and full
life
of hope
and
for the future.
hopeful for the future.
Wait, do you hope the weather will be sunny tomorrow? Do you hope the weather will be sunny tomorrow? Yes or no?
Yes, I hope the weather will be sunny tomorrow.
Perfect. Very good. Next, repeat. Believe.
Believe.
Planet.
Planet.
Very good. Okay, listen. To believe is a verb. It means to think that someone or something is true. For example, oh, crazy example. My mother says I'm handsome. I believe everything
We
my mother
cooperate.
tells me. This is a crazy example. Okay. Planet is a noun. For example, Mars, Venus, Jupiter. I believe, an example sentence, I believe there is life on other planets. Okay, let's practice. Do you believe everything people tell you? Do you believe everything people tell you? Yes or no?
No, I don't think
I don't,
people tell me.
Omar, no, I don't believe
No, I don't
everything
believe
people tell me.
everything people
Some
tell
things
me.
I believe
Something I believe,
and some things I disbelieve.
and
And some things I disbelieve.
and some things I disbelieve.
Wait, one more. No, I don't
No,
believe
I
everything
don't
people
believe
tell me.
everything people
Some
tell me.
things I believe
Some things
and some
I
things
believe,
I
and some
disbelieve.
things I disbelieve.
Where do you believe there is life on other planet? Do you believe there is life on other planets? Yes or no?
Yes, I
I
believe
believe there is life on other
there is
planets.
life on other planets.
Where do you believe it will be possible in the future for people to live until they're 200 years old? Do you believe it will be possible in the future for people to live until they're 200 years old? Yes or no?
Yes, I believe
It will be
people
possible in the
it
future
will be possible in
for
the
people
future
to live
for people
until
to live
they're
until
200 years old.
they are 200 years old.
Very good. Okay, next. Repeat. Do the shopping.
Do the shopping.
Go shopping.
Go shopping.
List.
List.
Very good. Okay, listen. To do the shopping. When we say to do the shopping or do the shopping, it means to buy the things that are necessary for the house, such as food and grocery items. So it means we go to the supermarket. For example, I generally do the shopping every Sunday. When we say go shopping, it means to visit shops generally like boutiques, buy some dress, or just look at dress, never buy something. We sometimes go shopping and come home with nothing. It's like what we call window shopping. For example, I love to go shopping with my friends. List is a noun. It is a record of short piece of information, usually arranged one below the other. so that they can be read easily or counted. For example, when I do the shopping, I don't make a list before going to the supermarket. That's why I forget a lot of things. Okay, very good. So let's practice. What's the difference between to do the shopping and to go shopping? What's the difference between to do the shopping and to go shopping? The difference between
The
to
difference
do the
between
shopping
to
and
do the
to go
shopping
shopping
and
is
to
that
go shopping
to
is
do the
that
shopping means to
it
buy the
means
things that
buy
are
the things
necessary for
that
the house,
necessary our house,
such necessary for the house,
necessary for the
such
house,
as food, etc.
such as the food and etc.
Whereas to go
Where
shopping means to
shopping
visit
means
shops generally.
generally.
Very good. Okay. Next, when you do the shopping, do you make a list before going to the supermarket? When you do the shopping, do you make a list before going to the supermarket? Yes or no?
Yes,
When
I
I
make a
do,
list.
when I
When
do the
I do
shopping,
when I do the
I
shopping,
make a list
I make
before
a list
going to the supermarket.
before to the supermarket.
Where do you ever go shopping and come home with nothing? Do you ever go shopping and come home with nothing? Yes or no?
Yes,
I
I
sometimes go shopping
sometimes go
and come
shopping
home with nothing.
with nothing.
Very good. Next, repeat. Smile.
Smile.
Very good. Okay, listen. Smile is a verb. When we smile, most probably we're happy. Okay, let's practice. Do people generally smile when they're unhappy? Do people generally smile when they're unhappy? No. People
People
don't generally smile
when
when
they
they're
are
unhappy.
happy.
Very good. That's good news. Put a smile on your face. That's good news. Put a smile on your face. Yes, good
Yes, good
news.
news.
Puts a
Put
smile on
on
my
put
face.
a smile on my face.
Very good. Next a bit. Tax.
Tax.
Yeah, our favorite word, tax.
Oh, tax.
So tax is a noun. It means the money that we must pay to the government. For example, I have to pay a tax to the government if I buy a house. Let's practice. Do you have to pay a tax to the government if you buy a foreign car? Do you have to pay a tax to the government if you buy a foreign car? Yes or no?
Yes, I
I
have to tax if
I have to pay a tax
I have to pay a
to the
tax if I
government if I buy a foreign
then
car.
buy an
Foreign car. Okay, one more. Yes, I have to pay a
I
tax
have
to
to
the
pay a
government
tax
if
to
I
government
buy a foreign
buy
car.
a foreign car.
Very good. Okay, now let's have the three forms of verbs.
Mhm.
Okay, let me scroll down. Okay, the three forms of verbs, which are the present, the tenses, the present, the past, and the past participle. Okay, so repeat. Walk, walked, walk.
Walk, walked, walked.
Cut, cut, cut.
Cut, cut, cut.
Sit, sat, sat.
Sit, sat, sat.
See, saw, seen.
Seesaw,
Okay,
seen.
present tense. I see
Let
him every week.
I see him every week.
Very good. Past tense. I saw him last week.
I saw him last week.
Past participle. I have seen him this week.
I have seen him this week.
Very good. Okay, listen. Generally speaking, each verb in English has three forms that we must learn: the present, the past, and the past participle. Okay, for example, the three forms of the verb see are see, saw, seen, where see is the present, saw is the past, and seen is the past participle. Okay, so let's practice. What are the three forms of an English verb? What are the three forms of an English verb? The three forms
Three
of an
forms
English
of the
verb are the
English
present,
verb
the
are the
past,
present,
and the past
past,
participle.
past participle.
Very good. Give me an example. Give me an example, please. See, saw, seen.
Seen, seen.
I see him every week.
I see him every
I
week.
saw him last week.
I saw him last
I
week.
have seen him this week.
I have seen him this week.
Very good. Okay, last one. Listen. When we say regular verbs, the second and the third form are the same. So the past and the past participle are the same. For example, kill, killed, killed. So that's a regular verb. When we say irregular verbs, sometimes all the forms are the same. For example, put, cut. Regular verbs, irregular verbs, sometimes two forms are the same. The first and the third, the present and the past participle. For example, come, came, come. And sometimes all three forms are different. For example, give, gave, given. Okay, so those are
Mm.
irregular verbs. Okay, let's practice. What are the three forms of kill? What are the three forms of kill? The three forms
The
of
three
kill
forms
are
of
kill,
kill is
kill, killed.
kill, kill, killed.
What are the three forms of put? What are the three forms of put? The three
The
forms of
three
put
forms of
are
put
put,
is put,
are put,
up,
put.
put.
Wait, what are the three forms of come? What are the three forms of come? The three forms of
Three
come
forms of
are
come
come,
is
came, come.
come, came, come.
Last one. What are the three forms of give? What are the three forms of give? The three
Three
forms of give
three forms of give
are
is give,
are
gave,
give, gave, given,
are give,
gave,
gave,
given, given.
given.
Very good. Okay, so now let's move on to reading.
Okay.
Okay, so our reading is at stage 3, paragraph page 180. Last headword was road, street, connect. Okay, start with the headword line.
Could you tell me the number of paragraph
Oh,
again?
paragraph page 180, 180.
In the
Stage
last
3.
one.
Uh-huh. And start with the headword line.
Oh, what's this? It's a line.
Mm-hmm.
Are there a lot of lines on an old person's face? Yes, there are a lot of lines on an old person's face. Straight, crook,
Crooked.
bottle, crooked,
Mm-hmm.
crooked. Bottle whiskey. Is this a crooked line? No, it isn't a crooked line. It's a straight line. Crooked.
Mm-hmm.
Is the road between A and C straight? No, the road between A and C isn't straight, it's crooked. After drinking a bottle of whiskey, can people walk in a straight line? No, after drinking a bottle of whiskey, people can't walk in a straight line. They walk in a crooked line. Is ABC Street crooked? No, ABC Street isn't crooked, it's straight. Sometimes. Does the sun always shine? No, the sun doesn't always shine. Sometimes it shines, and sometimes the sky is covered with the clouds. Is it always hot in France? No, it isn't always hot in France. Sometimes it's hot and sometimes it's cold.